Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? This your boy JTL Opposite from the norm. Before I get started, smash that like button, comment, share. Definitely make sure you subscribe. All right, so tonight, I was just finishing up work, getting me some grub on, and I had a stupid motherfucker say some shit that me and my partner always talk about. How these motherfuckers are racist and try to hide it by saying black people are this or black people are that. Even though you could be having a conversation with a motherfucker that has nothing to really do with race or racism, right? Or matter of fact, you could be talking about something else and then they throw racism in it. So, real quick, a couple of days ago, I was just, what I'm saying, in a chill mood. And I just wanted to see something that was like, just like some kiddie shit. So I just was looking at this shit where they just show how animals were becoming friends. Yeah, I know. It sounds a little corny, but I don't care. So they talked about odd friendships between certain animals, right? This is how crazy this shit is. So it was like they show a couple different animals that became friends, and it was just weird. They called it the odd couples or animals or whatever. So they had showed this one where it was like a bear, like literally a bear, a fucking lion, and a tiger. Oh my, for real, actually becoming like friends. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cute story. Like the animals, it was crazy though. And I forget what country it was. I don't. It might have been Africa or somewhere. And I guess these poachers had these animals in the basement. They had the lion, the bear, and the tiger in the basement or some shit like that. And whatever authorities got wind of it, and they seized them, and they took them to this ranch where these people they raise animals, and they say they kind of separated the animals because they was cubs when they was found. So they separated them. And they said all the animals would be like whining and crying and whimpering and shit. And they said, well, let's try something. So after a couple of days of that, they put them back together and they was happy. So these animals grew up. Like you had a full-grown lion, a full-grown tiger, and a full-grown bear. And they fucking be chilling with each other. Like they can't be separated from each other. They love each other. And I was just like, that's kind of cute. That's cool. So I'm just watching that. So I put in that title. Now this is what's so crazy. Now, what I said, a simpleton should be able to get this, but this is how certain motherfuckers, I'm going to call them out afterward. Certain motherfuckers try to throw all this racial shit into it, and I wasn't even talking about that. I said, just like children without the teachings of hatred from the world, just talking about how, and that can mean a multitude of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got where people teach hatred towards other people that's not in the same class as them. So classism. Then you got, of course, racism. But then you also got where they do that towards the gay community. They do that towards, you know what I'm saying? Just people that don't have money like they got money. So they look down on them. I'm talking about all these hateful things that go on in this world. That's all of it. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying anything that's not teaching love is hatred. You get what I'm saying? So next thing I know, a couple days, 2 days ago. So next thing I know is tonight, whoever this is named Durag came out and said teachings of hatred. What? And I was like, these animals are good and pure like children that wasn't taught hate. Do you understand now? Okay, so I'm thinking they'd be left at that. Here they go. No one teaches hate. That's something even a child can do. I'm like, huh? So I say, hold on, hold on, let me go to the other one. So I said, what rock you just climbed from under? Nazis didn't teach hate to their children? This motherfucker came back and said, that's just a snapshot in history. Then said, and then I said, don't matter, it happened. I said, they still teach that in other countries as well. This motherfucker came back and said, you must be black. Mm, 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 mm. That class, why did they do that? Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Why did you do that? What? Why? I wasn't even talking about racism in the first place. I just brought up something, because think about it. This has not necessarily nothing to do with black people. When I said Nazis, who the Nazis hated the most and tried to wipe off the planet of this fucking earth? Jewish people. That was Hitler's main target, was Jewish people. I wasn't even talking about nothing with me and my culture of black people. Nothing. I said they teach it in other countries. This motherfucker came back and said, you must be black. And it blew my mind because I looked at the name. This person's name is Durag. Durag. Now, why would you name yourself Durag if you're not black? I mean, we know that you can say hip-hop, whatever, rap culture, like, people get it from that. But come on. You know what that means. This person must think they cool, and so you just showing you're appropriating our culture. You name yourself Durag. Okay. So I came back and said, you must be a racist cracker. Straight up, bottom line like that. Because if you going to come and disrespect me and say I must be black, which is some racist shit, because you didn't even have to fucking go there. You didn't respond to what I said, and really you didn't even have to respond to what I said because it was on a positive note. I'm saying that it was amazing to see a fucking bear, full-grown bear, a fucking full-grown tiger, and a full-grown lion to be fucking friends and the best of buddies when they're usually predators and prey of each other. And to see it, I was like, wow, that's kind of dope. And you mean to fucking tell me you hop in the comment section, and I'm going to tell you, this is why I named it, conservatives and Republicans are racist too. Because you already know that's a fucking conservative person. You know it. You a Republican, you know it. You fucking, well, all Republicans are conservative, but you know it. Every time I go to a channel and I could be saying something that has nothing to do with race, they either try to say I'm a Democrat or come with the racial shit. Every fucking time. I could be saying something positive that has nothing to necessarily do with race. I could just be bigging up my people. And they come jump in the comments and say that shit. Like me personally, I try my best to wing off saying certain shit that has to do with race with people who are saying things that I disagree with. Like I seen some white punk motherfucker try to say everything that was in the Breonna Taylor case was a lie. I was about to say something. I was like, fuck him. I seen other people like, man, fuck this dude. He full of flannel and bullshit. He had a ugly ass flannel shirt. So I said, man, fuck him. I ain't gonna do it. And there's so many other times I like, fuck it. Like, I might have dialogue on certain other channels that I watch that they talk about stuff like I talk about it, and just have dialogue on that channel. And I'm like, I'm going to just leave alone Republicans and conservatives. Let them just have whatever they feel like. Brandon Tatum and all them punk motherfuckers, fuck them. Because my focus need to be on what black people, what we trying to build, and God willing, what we try to do. So screw them. But I had to call them out. Like, you must be a racist cracker. And then next thing I know, I was waiting for a reply. I got none. I went back to the page, and my shit was removed. So I said it 3-4 more times, and it was removed. So I said, you know what? That bitch probably trying to report my shit, so I'm going to report him. So I went back and reported his shit 3 or 4 times. Yeah. If you want to say culturally that's some white shit, well, I did some white shit on this punk ass. But that's my point. You see these motherfuckers say racist shit towards black people without a black person even saying anything necessarily racist. And this is what they do. And they try to hide it under covert. Like, this is covert racism. You came out and made it about a color thing first. Because like I said, with the Nazis, Germans are white. They were trying to kill white Jewish people. That was hatred of culture. Not skin color, because they both looked the fucking same. That was about culture. That wasn't about color. That was about culture. Because they both technically white, right? They both white. But I was talking about the hatred in it. That these people, these group of people, hated these other group of people for whatever reason. And they was teaching hatred to kill them off. And they was teaching their children that. So that's why you still have that prevalent in these days in society. When you will see those neo-Nazis. And we all know what white supremacists hate. They hate blacks, they hate Asians, they hate Jews, they hate gays, they hate whoever's not pure-blooded white Anglo-Saxons in you know what I'm saying, in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was talking about. But really, I was talking about the hatred and all of everything that's going on. And this racist ass, bigot ass cracker came out and said, "You must be black." So how the fuck you thought I was gonna respond to that? And then they ain't never say nothing back. And it trips me out how punk ass these conservatives, some punk ass motherfuckers. They punks. They cowards. Cause they'll start some shit, say some shit, just like that punk motherfucker said on my boy Low Key channel. Called me a goofy, and I said, "Bro, watch your motherfucking mouth, cause you sound like a little bitch." Then, man, you ain't gotta get violent. I'm just saying. Now you want to turn into a bitch ass motherfucker. You should have said that in the first place, cause I was talking to my boy. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my dog Low, who I got. Even though I wholeheartedly disagree with that bullshit he said, that's still my boy. So I'm having a conversation with my boy Low Key. We really do got love and respect for each other. Like, we can argue it out. Or even more so, me and John Horse, that's still my boy. We argue all the fucking time, but that's still my boy. Because every time we came back before we started the show, he always showed love and respect. Like, "Hey, what up? What's up, bro? How you doing, bro?" It's always been that love and mutual respect. So that's my boy. And I disagree with a lot of shit he said. But you ain't finna come around and say nothing to me. Motherfucker, I don't know you. You got shit twisted. You do not know me. I don't know you. And what you not finna do is call me out my name. My name is Opposite from the North 18, aka JTL. Don't disrespect me, bro. You don't know me. So when this racist ass cracker said you must be black, I say you must be a racist cracker. You damn right. Straight up. I ain't playing that shit. Don't come over here with that bullshit. But I noticed this is what Republicans and conservatives do. They keep trying to push this narrative that we're wrong for speaking up for ourselves and calling out the bullshit and the racism. And this is what we got to realize on how they play their game. Okay, Republicans are covert with what they say, but you got to catch key words that they say that is just straight up racist. But they try to be covert with it because that's the angle they started going with. Like, mostly Republicans, by 80, 90% got money. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? They got a little change in their pocket. So even if they're making $50,000-$60,000 a year, they usually got change in their pocket, some money in their pocket, right? So they use classism as a form of racism. They make it seem like a lot of people are mentally challenged in the way they think, and that's what's holding them back. Even though you can obviously see the racial bullshit going on in this country. You know what I'm saying? We did a show, and y'all can look it up if you want to. I was about to put it on here, but I didn't feel like going through all that. Y'all can look it up. When we did a show about those cops, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. And they were saying they was hoping a race war would come with black people, and so they can go hunting. They got fired. They should have got arrested for that shit, because they was doing a annual check of the, I think they body cams or something, and they caught that recording. That's what they said. Then once again, you got, you know what I'm saying, when that white young lady who was out there protesting with her and God rest her soul, because that was, man, even Spike Lee had to call that shit out. He was like, Trump a piece of shit for that shit, for not calling it out. Saying it was good people on both sides. He a piece of shit for that. But you seen it. This racist ass, bigot ass cracker ran into all those protesters. It wasn't even no violence going on that street. That just happened a year ago. And you mean to fucking tell me that racism is gone after a year ago? When did the civil rights movement just happen? In the 60s? So you got 60 years ago, when about 50 some years ago, when they just ended desegregation in 68? Come on now. You got racist ass crackers that was, and you know, saying adults back in the 60s. and they got their children that was born in the 60s. Do you honestly think those people are gone? Those people that were born in the 60s are in their 50s now. They're in their 50s now. So you know they still was teaching their kids that racist bullshit and that hatred. You know they was. But Republicans look down on it. They look down on the overtness. What they do is turn their back on you. That's how they deal with it. If you look at Abraham Lincoln, he so-called freed us, but then he tried to turn his back on us and said maybe we'll be more comfortable going back to where we came from, which is where they stole us from. They ain't offered no money, no reparations, none of that. No boats, no nothing to get us back. They ain't offer none of that. That's the least you could have did. But you ain't do that. But we feel more comfortable going back to where we came from. That's what they do. And that's what we gotta watch out for. And once again, like I said before, I'm not no fuck ass Democrat. I'm definitely not no fuck ass Republican. I'm more independent minded. I'm truly independent minded. Because I'm not relying on neither one of these historically racist parties. Historically racist party. I'm not depending on neither one. I don't trust neither one. The biggest reason is because you see the division in them. It's always red against blue. And what's so crazy, you got Crips and Bloods, red and blue. But you mean to fucking tell me that we're supposed to choose a side like it's they gang banging? They ain't no but a fucking big couple gangs. And they're not going nowhere. That's why it's so hard for independent parties to come up and do their thing. But that's what we gotta pay fucking attention to. They can't even come together. And they have to work together all the time. You see all the votes that's supposed to be together on the stimulus package and votes on the Senate floor and all that. They have no choice but to deal with each other. Republicans and Democrats have no choice but to deal with each other. And they play these games, and they got us going against each other, separated and divided. This is the thing. For all those people who are Republicans and conservatives, who are the same thing, that keep complaining about the Democrats, you're no better than them. And I know I'm going to have some people that's going to dislike the channel. Fuck them. I don't care. Because they ain't got the guts to show who they are anyway. So fuck them. I have some punk motherfuckers dislike this shit. Don't have no real discourse. They don't like what I'm saying, but it's the fucking truth. Both parties are full of shit and ain't shit. Because they can't even come together and work together in a situation of what's going on right now when we need our elected politicians to stand up the most. They still worry about teams and they game they trying to play. That's all they care about. And they work together all the time, every day. But for my people and people out there that's good, genuine people, just pay attention to the bullshit. And a matter of fact, y'all go to Do-Rag page and let him know he a piece of shit. You see it's like 3 triangles. That's how you know you found him. Go to Do-Rag and let him know he a racist piece of shit. Go to his channel, let him know he a racist piece of shit and call his ass out for that shit. You started that shit. Talking about I must be black. Pussy ass motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck a racist ass cracker. Fuck a racist ass whoever fuck a coon too. We trying to do better things and we got time for this bullshit. But a motherfucker try to do that shit, I'm gonna call him out just like we supposed to. I don't give a fuck how whoever feel, oh, don't trigger, don't be the fuck you and fuck what you talking about. You're gonna call it out and let it be known so people know who not to deal with. This your boy JT, opposite from the north. Like, share, comment. Definitely make sure you subscribe. We're gonna get back at you. Holla.